Hello, welcome to CC Gaming. I have got with us tonight, we've got Cam Allaer. This is one of those things I should have asked before we started the stream. Cam, how do I pronounce your last name? It's also going to be very confusing because we have two Cams in the stream. How do I pronounce your last name?
My last name is Allaer, and I'm happy to be here.
Allaer. Nice. Well, you're also like a legit, like you go to tournaments and stuff, right? So you're like a legit Smash competitive player.
That's right, I am. I've been playing competitive Smash since I was like 13. But
nice.
That doesn't make me much better than a lot of people. So we'll see how tonight goes, right?
Yeah. Well, you're also you're interested in apologetics and stuff, which is one of the reasons why you hang out on Capturing Christianity. You comment. You're also Berean, like you support the ministry and stuff, and then you also play Smash, and so we're really looking forward to hanging out tonight. But then we have Than from Exploring Reality up above me, who this is his first time being featured on anything related to Capturing Christianity. Hope to have him on the main channel as well. But Than, I understand he's not like he doesn't play Super Smash Brothers as his like main game. He usually plays what is it, Warzone? But he does dabble. Yeah, he does dabble in Smash. So which is probably like the majority of Smash players or just like casuals. So yeah, they're not like me and Cam, two Cams that just play it incessantly. So that's who we have above me, and then Seth Hart actually plays, and he's been on the main channel Capturing Christianity several times, and he was on recently to talk about reincarnation, which is a really cool episode. But tonight what we're gonna do is we're gonna play. We're talking about miracles, so we're gonna talk about miracles in between games. Maybe if we can during the games. I don't know if that's even going to be possible because we're going to be beating the out of each other. So we'll see how that goes. But we're gonna try to mix it up. We're gonna keep it interesting. We're gonna do some doubles. We're gonna do some singles. We're gonna spectate, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna just go as long as the night takes us, and let's go ahead and get started with the first game. So we'll just I'll just press A when the screen comes up, and we'll just join the teams that Switch chooses for us. Okay. All right, the two Cams.
Is that true? Is it us?
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
Yep. And I even
precedent.
Yeah, I even counterpicked you with my wolf.
That's okay. You can get another try later.
Yeah, so Than.
Is Team Hit on?
Team Hit is not on, but that's for you guys.
Thank goodness. I'm gonna need that. I never play with it on.
Oh, actually, before we start the next game, I want to. Someone remind me to ask a question. I wanted to ask you guys a question before we started.
Okay.
All right.
So these are everyone's like mains, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
except for me, like my main is what's it called, Little Mac, and then Incineroar is probably like my second best.
This is probably my main now.
You said Sheik is your Sheik, right? Is your number 2?
My main guy was Shulk.
Shulk, not Sheik. Shulk. That's who I meant.
No problem. Okay, see, this is why we have team attack off, because Cam, you just ran after me with that grab.
Yeah. I'm not even paying attention. I'll stay next to you.
We'll win the projectile now.
Oh, these projectiles galore, really?
Yeah. Cam.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna stay behind you.
Ooh.
You press down.
I was trying to grab it.
You press down B.
All right.
Invincible. We don't lose.
Okay, thanks.
Wait,
thanks.
We don't lose.
Until we attack you.
You just got me killed?
No.
Yeah, I died. I literally died.
I don't know about that. That might be exaggerating.
Whoa. This is an even game. No, we're about to lose this.
Dang.
Ganon is so fun to play. He's fun to play
Dude.
and fun to play against.
He is a little bit learning curve, but I love him.
As you can tell, I'm still in that learning curve. Especially against Cam. Gosh.
Yeah, Wolf is
Oh,
tough.
no!
He's quick.
Why didn't I grab?
Well, you guys both have the type of character that's like strong against Ganon.
Don't come into it. So, I do have a question. Like, Than, I know that you is Caleb like one of your best friends?
No, no, that wasn't the no to that question.
Oh, perfect. You two
I would
could start a
consider Caleb one of my
conversation.
best
I'll be
friends.
over
Yeah.
Because he was on the channel, like the main channel, talking about miracles. So I'm actually curious, like, how much you've talked to him about his book and everything. And how much?
A decent amount. Him and I talk every single day, pretty much.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
Ooh. I don't know much of what's going on with this book recently, though, just because I've been dealing with some like personal stuff, and so
Yeah.
we haven't been talking as much, just because I've been pretty busy with those things.
Gotcha. Wait, so who won?
But-
I wasn't even paying attention.
You did.
You did.
Damn
We
it.
won? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, that was the Greninja thing at the end. Okay, let me switch characters. That's one thing that I do when I play on teams is I just change characters constantly.
That's
You know what I'll
totally
do?
fine.
I'll actually I'll play random. You know what? Actually, Cam, you should do random as well.
Okay.
You and I should play randoms.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, the guys who play it all the time. That might,
Yeah,
might
yeah,
even it
that'll
up.
probably keep it interesting and make it more even. Yeah. So one of the miracle reports that I wanted to talk about was the guy Dwayne Miller, who if you've never like heard the actual like recording, he was healed on like tape recording. He had like lost his voice for several years and then it came back like while he was preaching, which is pretty crazy, right? Has everyone
Lost
heard
his
that?
voice, but he got it back while preaching? How was he preaching? if he
Yeah, it
lost his voice?
He was preaching.
Well,
yeah, he was preaching. I think he was.
That's a great
I don't know if it was like a. Yeah, I don't know if he was preaching at like the main service or like it was at a like a Sunday school class or something. But he
So
was.
from what I understand about the story, he was just that popular at his church that people just loved having him come out and preach, even if it was hard with his raspy voice. I think that's what Caleb was saying.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came
So
out. Yeah.
so he came out and he was just like preaching just because people wanted to hear him preach.
Yeah.
And like during that he was being recorded, and his voice just like came back while he was preaching, and he like started crying and stuff. It was very emotional, and like everyone in the audience was kind of, you know, it was pretty crazy.
I'm curious.
And so
Go ahead.
I'm wondering like what everyone thinks about that case. Does everyone think that that's like a really good case of a miracle, or are you skeptical about it? Like, what does everyone think?
Yeah, so Caleb and I have talked about that quite a bit, and it's one of those miracle cases where, from what I know, it's not completely impossible that what he had, I forget what exactly he had that caused his like loss of voice, but from what I know, it's not impossible that it could have come back, but it's also just considering the circumstances extremely unlikely. I can't multitask like this. So I'm lost.
Yeah,
But,
it is really hard. We should probably actually like save it for
Well, I'm dead.
In between games and stuff. Oh, you're dead. Okay.
Yeah.
You can talk then.
So from what I know, it's not impossible, but the circumstances by which his voice did come back, it seems a lot more probable that it's a miracle, like a genuine miracle case, than not, especially because of the short time frame between that raspiness of his voice and it coming back fully. Because for that to happen, I think you had to have a very quick regeneration of some musculature and some of the structures in the throat that I don't think that it's possible for that to happen.
Oh, I can't do my up B after I do my side B? That's weird. You didn't die one time, Cam. Yeah, so it just seems unlikely that it would have just happened.
Yeah. Now, somebody could probably just appeal to an unknown naturalistic process, but then that's a whole different epistemological issue, I think.
I'm not a huge fan of those appeals, right? Because you can always make those appeals, and it's kind of like if I want to refuse to believe in dinosaurs, I can always believe in some natural fossilization process of the rocks, right? Yeah. But at what point does it become a better explanation just to think that there were these giant, reptiles?
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's my issue with that unknown naturalistic process appeal is also the fact that, especially in cases where we might actually say the current data that we have suggests that this is biologically impossible. If you're appealing to a naturalistic process, you're also undermining the scientific data that we do have currently. So you almost have to say, well, we definitely are wrong about this if I'm going to say that the miracle case is not genuine. Does that make sense?
Right. So, I mean, just from the purely empirical case by itself, seems to suggest that it isn't.
Yeah. I'm going to try to focus on the fight this time.
I would say, like...
Yeah, because I just got killed because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we can try to save, like, the philosophizing for in between games. I think that might not be a bad idea. And just talk about stuff.
And, Cam, was that your question that you wanted to ask us about?
Oh, no, it wasn't. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to multitask.
Yeah.
Tell that to my wife. She can do that so well. I don't understand it.
I've seen other streamers like do it very well too, even with gaming.
Well, I guess so. Cameron Allaer, you know me better than Cameron, Bertuzzi, and Seth, but for those that don't know, if you guys know what the game Destiny is.
Oh yeah.
I used to be one of the top 3% in the world in the PvP for that, and I used to stream that, and I was actually able to multitask, like watch the chat and everything at the same time. But this is different. I don't know.
What is Destiny?
It's it's like a first-person RPG shooter.
Controller came undone. I'm dead in the water.
I'm trying to save you, Seth. Oh no!
Okay, right when I got back.
I'm sorry.
No, Than, I'm not taking your life. You earned that, and then I can at least talk now.
I'm gonna let the Zelda fight happen.
I'm definitely not Zelda. Oh, the Zelda thing. Okay.
The Zelda fight.
I'm gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, just as some random thoughts with cases like that, I'm curious if you guys have seen. There's a video you said, right?
Yeah. There's audio. I don't know about video.
Is there any particular like part in the sermon that it did come back at
you can definitely tell. It happens over the course of 10 seconds.
But I think importantly for the context, he was talking about a passage where it was about healing. The passage was about healing.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
And the fact that it happened on audio while he was preaching, and it's pretty wild. The timing of it is also a thing with miracles. Like people, get healed. They stand up when someone says get up and walk. Like the timing of it and stuff. Even if you could have some kind of naturalistic explanation of they just got better suddenly. The timing of it is something that's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's a very underappreciated data point. I think people actually tend to ignore that that's a data point in these cases, because the context of the religious healing, on the condition that Christianity is true, you would actually expect it to happen during a prayer instead of not.
Yes.
Right?
So
yeah, exactly.
To play skeptic though, you could also say, "Oh, Cam, did you want to ask us a question?"
Yes. Oh, it needs to be between the games though. Oh, I'm Sonic. Nice.
That's kind of why I stopped it.
Oh. Yeah.
Everybody's so excited to keep playing though.
Yeah, we are.
We are. This is a lot of fun. This is so much fun. Have you played Lucario, Cam?
I have actually. He was.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
seems.
He seems like he'd be up your alley.
He's very fun in this game, in my opinion. People say that he's bad, but honestly, I think he has
he's just so light. Isn't he like the lightest character?
He's not necessarily light, but one of his problems is that he can't kill without his aura mechanic. So, what you'll end up having is like, at like 30% or so, he'll be a useless character, and he has to get up to 120% in order to start killing people.
Oh yeah.
And then all the other
and then by that
characters in
point,
this
he's
game
just
can
dead.
usually kill before that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
Oh, I keep thinking I'm red team.
He's a lot of fun. If you can make your opponents afraid of him, then he's really good. That's the same for Ganondorf, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to make you guys afraid of me because I suck at this game.
What's your favorite Ditto to play, Cam?
Oh boy. Oh, that's got to be the Donkey Kong Ditto.
Oh really?
For sure. Oh, for sure. That
My
funny
favorite...
guy. You just go for spikes all the way.
That was totally intentional, by the way.
Nice. What's your favorite?
It was not. My favorite is Captain Falcon, and then you can only kill with Falcon Punch.
Of course.
And if you get a kill, and you don't mean to, without with a different move, then you have to kill yourself. It's pretty fun.
Of course. We got to do one of those this time around.
Man.
Oh, whoops.
Uh-oh. I think we got a chance, Than.
Not if I get Than talking. Than, why do you like Ganondorf?
Oh gosh, stop. I like Ganondorf because he
got the smash.
He just fits the type of person that I am.
Uh-oh.
Secret.
That's a very cryptic way to answer that.
Yeah. Possesses the Triforce of Power? What does that mean? Like, what? What are you trying to tell us?
More so, I just like to... Like, when I was in MMA, for instance, when I used to train, I was a very just high attack, just try to do just the damage and take it type person.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice block.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice one, Seth.
Oh, it was last life.
Yeah, I had to use you Kame as bait.
Good, good.
All right, before we start, Cam, what was the question you wanted to ask?
Yes. Okay. Okay. The question is, what controller is everyone using? It's not that crazy of a question, but let me start. I'll start with mine. So my controller is Actually, is it gonna show? It's not gonna show me full screen. Well, here, maybe you can see it if I hold it up to the screen a little bit. So it's just a black GameCube controller that I've got some like custom buttons, green buttons. They're supposed to be teal, but they're kind of green. So I've got some like little mods on it and stuff. So
nice.
That's my controller. What is everyone else using? Cam, let's start with you.
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's start with Cam.
Sure. So I've got a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It's old and it has a bunch of snapback, so I had to do some fixes on it. But it works now.
Nice.
By the way, I'm pretty sure this was just Cam's excuse to show off his super cool controller.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got another one that I'm working on, but it's not ready yet.
Oh.
Seth, you can go.
Okay, sounds good. So we've just moved last month, and I cannot find my old controller. I think it was lost in the move. So I have been forced to use default controller.
Ooh.
What is
Yeah, I
that?
know. Just the one it comes
Oh
with.
wow.
Yep,
Yeah.
I have been forced to that. My other one, it was a nice high-priced one. It's gone. Don't know where it is. It'll show up eventually, though.
I have an OG, like, back from grade school GameCube controller. So that's what I'm
Nice.
using. It still works, still clean.
Nice. So 2 GameCubes. Nice. Yeah, I actually never played Smash on the GameCube controller until now. So I just saw like all the pros using it, and I was like, maybe that would be a good idea to try to use that. So, hey, why don't we? I was gonna say, why don't we switch it up and do like a one-on-one? Somebody do a one-on-one. Let's try Cam and I. Let's sit out and let them play one-on-one.
Yeah, sure thing.
We can spectate.
Oh, I'm in? Okay.
Yeah. So you guys can play a one-on-one.
I'm going to get destroyed.
Dude, Seth is really good. Even though he plays stick jump.
I do, and I get roasted for that.
Can you believe that?
I do. It's because I like always have, like since I was a kid, and so I just never thought to adjust.
I like that little walk from Than.
Oop, not what I meant.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Sometimes I press the wrong button.
Oh, we all do. We all go. We've all been there.
Oh,
Ah,
went for the
that
read.
nearly worked.
Dan, I've noticed that you don't really use your side B. There's your
nice.
B. No, B neutral B.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know how long he was going to be stunned for, so I didn't want to take the risk.
It's the same as like
Woohoo,
breaking
man.
a shield. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
This is so intense. Nice.
Finally. You,
So I guess oh, go ahead.
he was breaking everything I was doing. He was missing everything I was doing. That reflects. Ooh.
I guess it's gonna have to be me and Cam next.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for
Oh,
that.
I guess it has to.
Guess it has to be.
Oh, no.
Well, Cam, I'll let you decide. Who should I use?
That's a great question.
Because I have quite a number of mains at this point.
You know, I just lost to 2 Little Macs in a row on Elite Smash, and I'd like revenge. So.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Little Mac it is. Oh no.
Oh, no.
No!
Oh, he
Oh,
saved
he's
you.
good.
I know.
He saved you.
There was no way I was gonna win that way.
It's
dude.
a
There was no way.
miracle. It's a miracle. Get it, guys? Because we're talking about
A miracle. Yes.
It's
Good
fair
word.
to talk about miracles.
So, Dan, I'm noticing that you're not really using your shield much.
So, yeah, that's the hold R.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Don't just.
Look at him moving.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a feel for it.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Oh,
No.
nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Going for the free stock. Let's see if I can get it.
Ooh. Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Not happening.
No glory today.
This is so fun.
I just feel like Seth is toying with me.
Maybe so.
I'm just trying to have a good match. There.
Nice.
Wow.
That run over A that he
GG's.
does. Good game, guys. It's OP.
GG.
And I'll admit it.
GG's.
All right, time to sit out.
Oh.
All right. So now Seth and Than can chat about miracles.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I
Do you guys have
actually-
any? Do you have any
Go ahead.
individual cases that you wanted to discuss or anything? If you
I
don't, that's fine.
absolutely do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was in DC for a Thomistic conference, Thomas Aquinas conference, and I got to tour the Basilica there. And it's all about Marian apparitions, and so it kind of got me thinking. You know, are there any Marian apparitions? Whether it's like Our Lady of I think it's Saitone or
real quick,
Miracle of Zaitun.
Real quick,
Thank you.
Dan, go to the bleachers so that you can watch the match.
Oh, I have to be in bleachers. My bad.
Yeah, put your yep, there it
Yeah.
is.
Any that you guys take seriously? Now, I say this as a Protestant.
Yeah, it's the Miracle of Zaitun is the one that I take seriously. It's the one that makes me like question my Mariology a little bit.
For the audience, just talk about the case.
Yeah, so from what I can recall off the top of my head, there's this Marian apparition in it, and then the apparition was on top of a church. No lights were going on in the background or anything. But this Marian apparition actually like lit up on top of the church, and I think it was for a few days.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just for a few days. Is that the one that Caleb talked about?
Time. Yes.
Yeah,
it was.
Caleb was nearly convinced by it, or he took it very seriously, I should say.
Yeah, I take it really seriously too. Let me look at my notes here real quick. I forgot how long it was for. What is it? Oh, it was during a period of 3 years. My bad. And from what I could see, like, there's no light. Like, there's no lights going on. A lot of the testimonies of people seemed very authentic to me, so I don't think anybody was lying about it. And I can't make out a naturalistic explanation other than somebody fabricating it to make sense of it. So for me, especially as somebody that doesn't have a high Mariology, I think I actually have an interest in denying this, but yet it still seems pretty genuine to me. So Catholics might accuse me of cognitive dissonance here, but it's one of those things where I don't know what to make out of it as somebody who's not a Catholic or somebody who doesn't have high Mariology.
Yeah, and I suppose you could even affirm it and say it's underdeterminative of Catholicism, right? It's not as if Protestants believe Mary was nobody.
Well, actually, it was wasn't it Eastern Orthodox Church?
That's a good question.
That's true, actually, it was. I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, you could say though that it's still some sort of like evidence against Protestantism.
It was in Egypt, so it more than likely was some sort of Eastern Orthodox church.
That was not the get-up that I wanted to do.
So I have some thoughts about this, because I actually talked to a friend about this right after.
It's real quick correction, guys. It's Coptic. It's not Eastern Orthodox.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite complicated. That really complicates things.
Yeah. So, for me at the moment, I'm just kind of thinking, that actually does complicate things more. I'm thinking about it now.
So the thing that's interesting to me is just the fact that it doesn't confirm or deny a certain denomination. But something I've heard from friends of mine after talking about this topic was God will perform miracles for any denomination, right? There isn't like a particular denomination that God necessarily prefers or denies. What do you guys think about that?
I don't see an issue with that. I mean, like, let's just say a very high view of Mariology is true, or let's just say it's even false. I don't see why God wouldn't use Mary in that instance for evangelistic purposes, if that makes sense. If a community itself has Mariology as part of it. What are we doing now?
Yeah, we can all hop back in. Let's all do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Ganon now. Why don't we all do Ganondorf actually?
I was just about to play Ganondorf.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, let's all go Ganon.
Oh yeah.
I have to find him. It's been so long since I've used him.
He's top right. Yeah.
He's the top right.
We're all Ganondorf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you saying, Fan?
Oh, I was just saying, I don't see it. Let's just say the Catholic or or an Orthodox view of Mary isn't true. I don't see why God wouldn't use Mary still in some sort of miracle, especially if it's going to have evangelistic repercussions.
Right.
So that's not me trying to weasel my way out of high Mariology. As far as Protestants go, I probably have fairly high Mariology.
Oh my gosh, it's so confusing. Which one am I?
Yeah, it is very confusing.
What were we thinking?
This just makes the competition more intense, guys.
Nice.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice revenue.
What? Could have sworn I was gonna hit you. I just fell off because I was looking at the wrong Gan.
I was wondering who was going to be the first.
Oh, no.
It just happened again.
Are you just sitting there up smashing?
I am. Uh-oh.
Yes!
Nice one, Seth. I'm
Yes.
not gonna let you get away with that, though.
Oh gosh. Oh! I think yours was like half a second ahead of mine.
I know. I saw us both swinging, and I was just thinking, who's gonna hit first?
I saved you?
I think you might have, actually.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm out! I'm out first. I'm too aggressive as Ganondorf right there. I want blood.
Oh no! I was looking
What
at the
happened?
cannon again.
We have 0.1 damage separation between us. Can be.
How could you tell that so quickly?
Oh, like on our final thing, you had 32.5 and I was like 32.6 or something. And we
Oh,
both
wow.
had one stock left.
Oh, I see what you mean. Are you
All
changing
right.
your
Change
controllers?
characters.
Oh, you're changing characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah, we
Sort
can
of.
all
Is it-
just
that's
change
okay?
it up. Yeah.
I got another question, kind of off of that.
Okay.
Fatima, very similar. People don't seem to give it as much evidential value, though.
Yeah,
at least the people who've investigated it.
It's been a while since I've looked into it, but I remember I just still felt really skeptical after it. So is this one of those miracle cases that you think are strong, Seth?
They're famous, and I find them interesting, but I'm not sure if I'd say strong. I'd want
Yeah.
to look at it, which is why I'm
Talk
asking about it.
Talk about the case. Just explain it a little bit before we kind of evaluate it.
I would need somebody else to probably
Yeah,
remind me of.
it's another Marian apparition. This time, somewhere in Iberia, either Portugal or Spain. I can't remember. 1917, and the rest might have to wait a second. Ah!
How did that not hit you?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Nice.
That was a double arrow combo, I think. One arrow into the other.
Are you about to die again? Who do you have in Elite, Cam? I'm curious.
I'm in the process of collecting them all.
Oh, really? So who do you have so far? Or how
I have
many?
A bunch. Shoot. I don't have a number. Maybe I should have checked. I have over half, though.
Nice. I've got
There's a lot
probably
of like
third.
weird characters that I don't have, like Duck Hunt. I don't have Duck Hunt in the Elite Smash. Get him in there.
Do you have Donkey
Not
Kong?
gonna
in?
lie, I'd be very
do.
impressed if you had Duck Hunt.
How many times can I grab you?
Ah! Ah, curse that Donkey Kong
Ooh.
ability. Man, you're
No!
doing really good, not gonna lie.
I was just gonna say, I guess I'm a Pikachu main right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, fan. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What? Did I hurt you by accident?
No. You almost got hit by a really strong attack. But you didn't, because you're a Pikachu main.
Whoa.
Finally. Oh my gosh.
So Fatima.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mary
need I'm
appears
gonna need
to-
the case.
Do what? What'd you say, Than?
Marion.
Oh, I was just saying I don't remember the case very well, so going over
Oh,
it.
I probably get on first out then. Yeah, so Marion Pierce to a group of kids becomes a sensation, and long story short, it's a gathering where Mary is supposed to appear in front of a lot of people. Kids pray before Mary, and they say, "Look at the sun," and something like it's tens of thousands of people were there, and apparently witnessed the sun moving in the sky. So it's one of those. It's kind of a quasi-Marian apparition. There was a miracle done, and there were tens of thousands of witnesses. But there are The thing is, there are contradictory reports on how the sun moved, the degree to which it moved. But given the timing and that sort of stuff, the very fact that there was something seems to have happened, whether it's completely natural or not.
Let me get down.
No, I'm trying to throw you
I'm
into
just not
fan as he's talking. Oh, they'll kill me.
This is bro rules, isn't it?
All right, Cam, I believe in you.
Oh no! What happened?
I'm dead! I'm dead! Than, it's you versus Cam.
I know. I'm trying to just be a bro and make it even.
Oh, alright. I thought you saw the name Cam and thought I was violent.
What's happening? Are you playing?
Oh, I'm trying to make it even. That's all. It's more fun. That
Oh, bro rules. Okay.
way. Yeah.
Oof.
You can get a few more on me.
Don't let him lull you into security. There you go. Yes, I knew it.
Oh, the timer's ticking down too. Ooh.
I looked at the timer because of that. Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
No.
That's split second.
Man,
I
I thought
think
this was a hustle. I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, bro rules," and then you were gonna just completely decimate it when he got close and wasn't expecting it.
Cameron Allaer knew that was gonna mess me up, so he did it. Purpose.
No, I did it, I swear.
I'm just messing up. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. So my question is like.
Sorry, someone in the comments is saying, "I love that you're also focused on the game that you can't chat deeply." That's exactly what's happening.
That's yeah.
Yeah, we should actually try to focus in between games on the real deep conversation.
Yeah. So when it comes to Fatima, my question's just I guess my question still is, what naturalistic explanations could there be for the phenomena that was being seen?
Mm-hmm.
And from what it sounds like, Seth, would you say that it probably isn't too many naturalistic explanations for how the light was moving, or what would you say?
So some of the explanations I've seen is like ice crystals in the sky.
Let's wait to start the game.
Okay.
Let's chat for a second.
Causing like sundogs, causing the sun to have an apparent motion, but obviously not a real motion. Yeah, and to me, like they use this to sort of explain like why some people saw the sun dance, some people saw it dance in a different way, because depending on your location is depending on how you'll see the sun dance in the sky, and why some didn't see anything at all. If you're just in the right location, it's the sun refracting off these ice crystals. That's an interesting, but given the context, it's one of those things. It's like, even if there is a naturalistic explanation, given the ridiculous context in which it occurred, there's still, I sometimes begin to think that there still might be a case for a miracle there, even if you could say that there's a naturalistic explanation. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you get what I'm saying.
No, it's definitely an interesting miracle. I have to look back into it, I guess, because I remember leaving that investigation feeling really skeptical, but maybe I'll look at yeah. It's also really difficult to talk about some of these cases because putting together the cases just based off of memory is really hard when you're studying them and then you haven't looked at them in a while. If that makes sense.
I also just find miracles in general a hard topic to really come down on, because with something like an argument for the existence of God, like contingency, it's almost like the pieces. So like if I'm thinking about like a chess game or something, like trying to see how everything moves, like it's easier for me to see the pieces in an argument, the sort of dialectical moves that can be made. It's easier to do that with an argument than it is to see with like a miracle. Maybe that's because you've also got to be concerned about God's will, and then you've also got to be concerned with questions like, God healed this person, but why didn't he heal all of these other people?
Yeah.
And that's not going to be strictly relevant to this particular case, but it is nevertheless a question that's relevant when you're thinking about, reasons God might have to heal this one individual person. If he has reason to heal that person, then why not have reason to heal these other people as well? But then he doesn't heal these other people, so then it's difficult to, I don't know. It's very messy to me. That's one of the reasons why miracles is not something that I've spent a whole lot of my focus on. Which isn't to say that it's just, it's not to say that it can't, the pieces can't be made clear, but it's just that I haven't really seen a way to do that.
Yeah, you get into that issue with the New Testament as well, which is the people who were so lucky to be in Jesus's path were the ones who were healed, whereas other people were not. So the sort of contingency of who gets healed and who does not, I think, is something that just Christians have to wrestle with, regardless of what you think of these miracle cases. Yeah.
One of the, kind of switching gears a little bit here, one of my favorite cases is, and I actually interviewed this guy, Chris Gunderson, if you've ever heard him.
I've never heard of him.
He was born, really? He was born with gastroparesis or gastroparesis.
Yes, never mind. I just didn't know his name. I watched your stream on talking with him.
Yeah, and that was one of my favorite streams. And yeah, he had a J tube and a G tube in his stomach. It is the doctor said it's impossible for this. Like, you can't grow this back. They said that he was going to have this for his whole life. There's no medication that can fix this. He was prayed for one day, and directly after he was prayed for, he was able to actually tolerate oral feedings instead of having to eat through his J tubes. And he went to his doctor, and his doctor was like, "Well, take it easy, because that's kind of weird." And eventually, like, long story short, is they ended up taking out his J tube and G tube, and he's living a normal life now. So that's one of those cases that I think is really strong. And there's like a paper that kind of reviews it. Now, some people might not like that because the paper is known as like a pseudoscientific journal. where they cover other things, but I think that they do a good job covering the data on there. And again, it's one of those things where everything we know, it can't really be revealed naturalistically. So
what is your conclusion after looking into that? Do you think that it was a miracle?
I think, yeah, that's one of those. That's one of the few cases that it's one of the few cases that I think I can bring to an atheist and be like, look, I think it's much more reasonable to think that this is an actual miracle case than not. Where there's a lot of other miracle cases where I think you could reasonably disagree, and say it's not.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't an atheist? One of the things that I think about a lot when it comes to miracles and stuff, and just natural theology, apologetics in general, I think that something so central is the principle of sufficient reason. So like there's always got to be a reason for any sort of contingent event or contingent thing that exists. And so like some atheists want to deny that. They want to say, you know, when it comes to like the causal principle of the Kalam cosmological argument that everything that begins to exist has a cause, they want to say, sometimes they want to say, well, you know, virtual particles can come to exist without a cause.
Yeah.
There are some things that can just happen for no reason. And so like I would think that atheists could avail themselves to that type of like option in cases of miracles as well, is that like some things just happen for no reason and they wouldn't have to appeal to like some, you know, supernatural being or divine entity or anything like that.
So I have two types of responses to that, I guess. One is going to be to kind of combat them denying some form of the PSR. You could just kind of come up with skeptical scenarios, make positive arguments for it, all that stuff. But then I also think that you could show them how that might come back to bite them in the butt a little bit too. Because if you are going to deny the PSR, all of a sudden that also gets rid of some of the like predictive objections of miracles given theism. So again, like you were saying, like one of the questions you might ask is, well, why did God heal this person over this person? Mm-hmm. But if you're going to deny the PSR, well, that's not really an objection anymore to miracle cases either, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's... Go ahead, Cam.
No, I wasn't going to say anything else.
Yeah, just a thought. I mean, if you want to say things just happen for no reason, these are the sorts of maneuvers that you would never allow your opponent to make in any sort of dialectical or conversation, right? If I just, if someone is arguing against evolution and they say, well, what about these vestigial organs? I say, well, sometimes things just happen for no apparent reason. They're just there for no reason. Like in no other context would we let someone do that, because we recognize rational discourse. The very heart of rational discourse is giving reasons. That's what the PSR really is trying to protect, is the fact that this is the foundation for any sort of rational argumentation, is giving reasons for X or Y.
Yeah.
Well, so here's why I think that this is so central, is because if you accept something like the PSR, then you've got to have some sort of explanation for, why, what's this guy's name? The guy who was healed? Chris? Yeah. So you've got to have some explanation of what happened. Like there's something that happened. And so like there's an explanation for this contingent event that happened, that occurred, that changed, that started to begin to exist. And what are your options, right? You've got to look at the pool of explanatory options that you can avail yourself of. And an atheist is going to only have available to them a certain list of like natural options, right? Natural candidates of explanations. But what we want to say is, well, actually the pool is bigger. The pool of options is bigger. You've got theistic options. You've got God can explain why someone was healed in this way, or why this event began. And but an atheist, like it seems like they'd be stuck though. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that they would have to affirm theism. It almost seems like they would just be stuck in a sense, and they would just have to say like, I don't know what it was. It doesn't necessarily seem to me like they would have to affirm that theism is true, or that God exists, or that Christianity is true. They could just say, well, I still think the pool of options is like limited. It doesn't include any, you know, supernatural beings or anything like that. But I think that there is some explanation. I just don't know what it is. So I think that probably be the only route that they could go.
Yeah.
So direction.
I'm actually. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, Cam hasn't shared any thoughts in a while, so we'll get his.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm curious about how many instances of things that we would call miracles occur outside of a religious context, and whether an atheist could take some of these instances and compare them to those, and try to gather sort of like a statistical analysis of sorts, where you have this set of cases where there was no theistic context, and then another set of cases where there was, and you try to say which one is more common. And the reason why I'm thinking about this now is because of one of your recent interviews, Cameron, where we're talking with this guy who's saying that supernatural powers might just be within our sort of nature, like something that we just naturally have.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about how many cases there are outside of a theistic context.
Yeah, I was talking to Caleb about this because I had the same question, and we were kind of just investigating this a little bit together for a few weeks. And maybe he's changed his mind on this, but the conclusion him and I kind of came to is that this is kind of a hard thing to kind of measure, because, for instance, let's just say you have a friend with an ailment, and while he's not being prayed for directly, you could be praying for him at your home, right? And that's not something you can really take into account for when it comes to people that do get healed spontaneously from things that they shouldn't be. That's one of those considerations that him and I were trying to figure out, and my thoughts are incomplete there still. But it's like, I don't know how probative it might be, because you still also just don't know who's been praying for that person, and I think that's a data point or possibility that does need to be considered in these.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
I've actually brought up something similar to that there was an academic conference where they were presenting a sort of meta-analysis of prayers' efficacy and healing. And one of the things I said is, how do you rule out, the prayers of other people, And basically what they do is they basically say, the person in the hospital has N number of people praying for them. And then we'll add another person, so N plus one, right? So we're measuring that plus one. And there's a lot of recognition of just how ridiculously imprecise that is, right? Because, I've been part of church groups that just pray for the people in the hospital generically, right? And the hospital down the road, we didn't do that for, And, so these meta-analyses are sort of flawed in that context. But in the context you're bringing up, Kame, what is a non-theistic context, right? What does that actually mean, right? Where God is not present? Well, that's not what we mean. Where God is, not believed in? Well, that doesn't necessarily revoke God's causal power, right? Especially if he has good reasons. So I'm not sure. So even if we did have this information, I'm not actually sure how valuable it would be for similar reasons, right? That there's too many variables at play there, and we're not sure which variable is actually being manipulated.
Yeah, that's a great question, Seth, and that really does need to be defined, I think. You're right.
All right, let's go ahead and start.
Okay.
Play another game.
Ben, real quick,
do you have a
miracle? Yeah, do you have just real quick, because I'm curious, do you have a miracle you think is just like top-notch evidential value? Is there one that sticks out to you?
It's probably this Chris Gunderson one for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I would say that one. I don't talk about it much, but would you consider a Christophany a miracle?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. How are we defining miracles? I would, without getting into that long discussion. Sure. Yeah.
So, something I just don't talk about too often is one of the reasons I actually came to Christ was because of, this is a big revelation, I guess, but is actually because I believe I actually had a Christophany. So, for my personally available set of evidence, I consider that as, one of my strongest pieces of evidence. Because I don't think I was hallucinating. And it was a very intense experience, and it lasted less than 2 minutes, but more than like 30 seconds probably.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you haven't talked about that before.
Not really. I try not to talk about it much anyway, just because I want to avoid. There's a lot of people out there that will try to like psychologize you and try to like diminish the work that you do, based off of, like psychoanalysis. So I just kind of keep that to myself, outside of like the context of talking about miracles and stuff like that. Just because, like I said, I just want people to engage with the work that I do on the merit of the work itself, not the psychoanalysis that kind of thing opens you up to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So
That makes sense.
I'm curious about what you think, Than. I feel like all Christians should have, to a certain extent, a personal relationship with God, and that could be sort of defined. I don't know. Depends on how loosely you define Christophany, right? But an experience with God, where the Holy Spirit makes you cry, Abba, Father, right? What do you think about that?
I mean, I find that hard because oh gosh. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you're in a bad position, man.
Ask me again in a bit. Ask me after I lose.
Sure.
Here,
We'll try to wrap it up
one-on-one.
real quick. All right. Here, actually, you know what? I'll do this for the one-on-one. Here we go. All right, let's go.
If Friendly Fire was on, I would team up against him with you.
I'm playing against the pro player here.
Oh no!
Oh wait, Cam. All right. Oh, thanks for the help.
That could not have been more perfect. There is a miracle right there.
Oh wow!
All right,
one
what
in
were
a
you asking
million
me?
thing.
Sorry.
What a beautiful
yeah, no,
team
I remember the
combo.
question. Yeah, so it depends on what you mean by like a relationship with God, right? Like, for instance, I'm friends with Jonathan McClatchy, and the way he describes his relationship with God is very different than the way I would describe mine. Where, I like I said, I don't talk about it that much like when it comes to my apologetics work or anything like that. Again, for the same reasons, but for me, I have a very I think I have a very like close emotional relationship with God. My life is filled with prayer. It's filled with like moments where I dedicate time to pray and worship God. But and McClatchy's similar, but it's not as like emotional, I guess. But I would still classify him as a Christian. It's just he doesn't have the same type of relationship with God that I do. If you get what I'm trying to get at here, unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
No, I do, and I mean everybody's gonna have a different experience with God, right? That's not something that we could really put a label on and define. I think.
Yeah.
Unless you know somewhere. Is there a paper on that?
I think there are some papers on there, but I can't think of any on the top of my head.
Yeah. It's just something to consider, because in my life, the reason I'm a Christian is just because I think, first of all, I think I've had personal experiences with God, whatever you would define that as. And I think Jesus rose from the dead, and I think God is the best explanation for a lot of things in the universe. That's the reason why I'm a Christian.
Oh, you got me too. Oh,
Gotcha.
Nice. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
An amazing move on me.
Alright, if I get hit with another Thunder Jolt.
Incineroar and his little flex.
You know what I was gonna recommend, Seth, is that instead of doing your dash attack, you do it very consistently. There he goes again. Run up and grab. Change it up.
Yeah. I try to do it when I think people aren't paying attention.
Run up and grab, says Cam, trying to punish that option right after.
Yeah,
That's not a great way to coach.
Now he's anticipating.
No.
Not doing it that time.
I've decided I'm going to be a Beyblade for the rest of the session. That's okay.
You're gonna be a what?
A Beyblade.
Wow. Went out first. Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to get some water.
I don't know how long it'll last.
He just goes down with him. Oh, you three-stocked. You three-stocked, Kame.
I got through that pretty good.
Yeah. I did get through that pretty good.
But yeah, no, I know quite a few people that just their faith is it's purely it's a lot more on the intellectual side than it is like the deeply relational side. But you could also just tell that they deeply love Christ and that they want that they have a relationship with Christ, and you can probably see that just based off the way they interact in the world. So yeah,
I think what's neat about that is that they didn't require a miracle to get there, right? So there's like, there's atheists who will say, if God had just did this miracle in my life, then I would be a Christian. But for a lot of people, that barrier just isn't there. I don't know what that necessarily means about the state of people's mindsets, but it's interesting to think about from a Christian perspective.
Oh, gosh.
oh no, I messed up.
God, this map is so big.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like
We can turn it off, actually. You guys want to
Is this
adjust
your
the
map?
rules?
No, it's my map.
think it's- Ah.
I can switch it though.
Well, I was
selected
making
this
that comment
for
because
Ganon.
like some of my moves were just not doing anything. I've got this huge bug in my room too.
Dude, we just finished the other side of my basement, which is like where I am, and this is a really old house, and so I'm still dealing with bugs in it, and like there's so many spiders in this area still. It's so annoying, especially when my kids come in my office because they hate spiders.
I like how we have two 1v1s going on right now.
Yeah, no kidding. It's so big, it's kind of like we have to.
Oh, that should have hit you.
I politely disagree.
You're like targeting me in here.
Get him out of there.
Oh no, I didn't charge enough.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Damn, you got it.
Yeah, okay.
You got it, you got it. See, look, that's one stock already.
I was trying to get closer, or I thought he was gonna be closer.
I don't even know what just happened.
I did a kamikaze. With this character, you like have magic powers. You can choose things. Who's gonna play him? I guess I'll play him.
Okay. Sorry, Seth.
I guess I'll just go jump off this cliff. It's a nice view up here, guys.
Seth, what's the weather like up there?
Oh, we're in a... Oh, gosh. It about hit a thunderstorm.
Sorry.
Thunderclouds.
That was well timed.
No!
Oh. Do you know about teching, Than?
No, what's that?
Teching is where you push. I think that's correct. You push like your shield button right before you think you're about to hit, like bounce off of the map, and you can actually like stop yourself to where you can recover. You gotta it's very precise though. You've got to press
Is it like that air dodge you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like the air dodge, but you got to push it right when you're about to hit the stage, and then you can like recover.
Gotcha.
Are we switching up?
Yeah,
I'm going back to Ganon.
I'm gonna pull out some nests. Just be super annoying.
So, Seth, you asked about like miracle claims that we think
Best
are
evidential
really
value.
strong.
Bowser.
Yeah. Are there any for you?
I mean, I do have personal ones, which obviously, you know, have about as much evidential value as Than's, you know. For me, though, they are, they're confirmatory. They confirm my faith. Yeah, I don't know if there's like one. The resurrection? Oh.
Yeah, right?
Based.
Oh, gosh.
That's a good one to pick.
Oh, that peak of fire. Oof.
Oh,
Ooh, I
okay,
went
that
for
was
it.
almost really good.
Almost.
Well, then you got a forward smash, so it was good.
Oh, nice.
I never get that done.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
How did that not grab you?
Bowser's arms, while he's shielding, you can't grab him. It's the most bizarre thing in the whole world.
Wow.
Oh man, I walked into that one. First out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I walked into Than's thing, which I don't even think he was aiming for me.
No, no, no. Get
we
in here,
get the
Than.
10.
No, get in here,
Yeah,
Than.
he needs you. Come on.
Thank
I
you.
believe in you, Kame.
Ooh. No!
Oh no. All right,
Got a match
here we go.
now.
No.
Was that that move that he just told me about?
Oh.
This is why I believed in you, Kame.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the back, stand in the background, and face away for that game. 1 KO. Jeez,
Dude, Bowser is so strong.
he is.
Oh yeah.
So powerful.
He's really good for 2v1s. He's so big.
All right, so we've got some comments from Theocracy. Theohophercy?
Yo.
You guys know who this is?
No.
Theohophercy.
No.
He's got some really funny videos. Like, you guys need to go check him out. But he's commenting.
Okay.
He says, "Can't believe CC Gaming is finally streaming. Those are basically all of my reasons for being a Christian too. I'd be interested in more Christian YouTubers discussing stuff while playing video games."
So when he says those are the reasons for being a Christian, he means Cam streaming, right?
Basically.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
Oh, Cloud. Get ready
That's
for
right.
some back airs.
But you're on my team, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Just for you, I won't use backer this game.
For me?
Yeah. We'll see what I can
Oh,
do
you
without
gotta- you
backer.
Okay. I'll just use PK Fire the whole game.
Oh
No.
my gosh. How do I get out of that?
And it's at 60 damage already. Oh my god.
The Than's about to die.
I don't even know how to get out of something like that.
So because Teeve attack wasn't on, I could just hit you guys in the PK fire without getting hit back. So we could combo.
Save me.
I got you.
Ah!
Ah! That peak of fire. Oof.
Oh, there it
Got
is.
him.
I just went into it. Did I just kill you?
Yes, I
You
reflected it into.
reflected. That was awesome.
Oh. I think that's the second reflect I've gotten today. Never mind.
Ah!
I used it back there.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
crazy.
Nice.
Wow.
Mm.
Seth, you're not allowed to hit me. Okay, sweet.
I'm out quick that game, guys.
Alright, let's PK fire Than.
Maybe it was a good thing I went out first.
Oh,
No! I was holding it for you!
No,
oh no! Oh no!
I got you! I got you!
And the torture continues. That's so mean. That's so mean.
I think the camp team is the best, personally.
We could have done something cool. Like I should have done the
Oh
the
man.
what is it? The PK not PK fire, but PK it's not what is it called?
Oh, the pulse.
Oh,
The-
I could have done
the
the I could have
green
done the pulse. No, I'm talking about the where you use your
Fire,
up B.
fire,
You use your no, you use your up B and you like go like a rocket.
Yeah, PK Rocket.
PK rocket?
Yeah. You got it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I should have done that like a combo. I had to do like back him or something.
Next
I
time,
don't
guys.
know. I don't know if he's a subscriber of yours, but this guy is from. This guy is like a regular at my channel, Cameron. Nick
Who?
Stroligo asked
Oh,
how
okay.
often you guys are going to be uploading on this channel.
Hopefully a couple times, at least a couple times a month. So
That'd be
at
fun.
least a couple times a month. I'd like to do once a week, like a stream like this once a week. And it doesn't have to be with the guys that we have tonight. It could be with other people. It could be we could have them back if they're available. But
Get Josh Rasmussen.
Josh, I don't know if he plays Smash, but we could play. We could actually play some of the games that his kids have developed. His kids
That'd be
make
cool.
games. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Pretty cool. Yeah. Like little computer games that are really cool and like yeah, they're awesome.
That's
That's
cool.
really neat.
Are we doing one-on-ones?
Yeah, let's do some more one-on-ones. I'll play Cam.
Alright.
I'll do my Incineroar.
All right.
I do have a miracle question if we want to jump back into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What do you guys do with competing religious claims of miracles? This is something I've gotten obviously a little bit into.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. This might be there might be a point of disagreement with us here. But I think like Christianity has the explanatory resources to account for them. If you take like a divine council view of the Old Testament.
Like a Heiser thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the view that I hold to, and I think that kind of grants some of the explanatory resources because like embedded within the Christian hypothesis, then you have these other Elohim who do have abilities to kind of do these types of events. So like for instance, if you just kind of read through the Bible, if you take a historical reading of the plagues of Exodus, for instance. The Egyptian magicians were able to kind of replicate some of the miracles that Moses was supposed to do. And so, at least on that aspect, I feel like we can kind of account for those things on the Christian worldview. I think the more interesting question after that then is just going to be like, how do you demarcate between, why Christianity over these other competing religious miracles, if they can both be kind of regarded as authentic. And to that, I would just kind of make some similar arguments close to like what the Exodus account is, I think. One, I would just kind of argue, from what I've seen, competing religious miracles tend to not fall under the category of like meeting the criteria that I think are helpful for demarcating between inauthentic and authentic miracles. So have you read? I'm kind of giving a long-winded answer here, sorry, but have you like seen Tim McGrew's criteria for miracle claims, Seth?
No. What are they?
Okay. I have to look it up again. So, but there's so like some of them might be, one of them off the top of my head is like distance. So that one will be like chronological distance versus actual like physical distance. So chronological distance would be like how much time before the event happened and the first report, like, the first time of reporting the miracle. One would be also like distance wise, how far was the first report of the miracle claim from the event, from where the event allegedly happened. Other things might be like mental factors. So like, was there an instance where there was a sense of expectation for the miracle claim to happen? Medical factors like, is this something that could have happened without this? Let me pull up the rest of them though real quick. But while I'm looking that up, let me know if you have any thoughts on what I'm saying so far.
Yeah, some of them I think might actually be able to meet that. So I'm thinking about Indian yogis who've been under observation for 2 weeks, who claim to have the power of inertia, to not be able to eat, survive without eating, and they've observed them for weeks and without any physiological change. Now again, there's the typical responses of, was somebody sneaking them food? How reliable the researchers? This sort of stuff. Faulty equipment. These are the sorts of things. But that's the biggest thing with that is if I rant, I can't be the skeptic for those miracle cases while being, credulous towards Christian claims, right? I want to be consistent in what I allow for. What sorts of evidence I allow for.
Yeah. So here's the doubts filter that Tim McGrew kind of came up with.
That's a great name. Doubts filter.
Distant events. We talked about that. Opinions already established. So like when miracles confirm or affirm established opinions and prejudices, we have some reasons to be skeptical. Uncertain events. Granting that the event really happened, if it can be explained without implausibility that it was a natural event, we have reasons to be skeptical. Belated reports, we talked about that. Trivial miracles, so I think that's an important one too, because it's like, hey, I prayed that I'd find my car keys, and then I found my car keys, right? That'd be kind of a trivial miracle. Then self-serving miracles, so if the person who reports the miracle event has motive, like you can kind of point to like them gaining something from the reporting of the miracle event, or fabricating it. That gives you reason to be skeptical. And then vagueness is another one that Eric Manning and I kind of put out there on top of that one. So vagueness. Yeah, so for example,
do you want to do another one-on-one?
Yeah,
I'll jump up. These two are talking. Have you ever seen like those TikTok videos where you have like something playing in the background while people are talking about something?
Yes.
That's what we're doing right now.
It's beautiful.
So by vagueness, it's like the account itself. If there's not many details, if it's just like, hey, this person was healed from this event, but like, even if it would just say like, there's vagueness with regards to what their ailment was, and there's vagueness with regards to the context of the prayer, what was specifically was prayed for, who said what, or anything like that. Vagueness is more better put as like a lack of details. That's the filter that I think is really helpful though.
Yeah, that's helpful.
I think he has a paper on it too.
I think if we look at these, I think some are outside the Christian context might still be able to meet that criteria. Like the example I gave.
Oh yeah.
I'm
actually totally fine with that.
Yeah. So you might need to resort to some other sort of explanation, like the Elohim explanation, or the sort of reflexive Christian answer of demons. Which I notice anytime these conversations come up, this seems to be the go-to answer. I don't like jumping too quickly into that though.
Yeah, I mean, so that opens up a whole can of worms of what demons actually are. just because from what I know, the word for demon in the Hebrew Bible comes from like the Akkadian shadim, I think it is. So whether or not demons are that, okay, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole actually, but you get what I'm trying to say, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, so it's really interesting to see like what explanations there could be. Do you find like the rebelling Elohim explanation to be helpful? What do you think?
I do, but I don't want to. I'm just sort of trying to exhaust all explanatory options. You know what I mean? Because I know there's critics of Heiser as well. So I mean, you probably saw this in my reincarnation conversation if you happen to check that out. I don't like. I want to exhaust all explanatory options before I say I prefer one or the other, and not just say, sort of hang my hat on one, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in agreement with that.
So I mean, it is an explanatory possibility, along with the Elohim idea.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. That's what I think good apologetics does, just generally.
I agree with that completely. That's why, like I teach systematic theology, for instance, and the class that I teach, I don't teach like a specific denominational view, and I don't teach specific views that we should be holding to. Instead, what I do is just kind of show exhaustive options for each of the different doctrines within systematic theology, and just be like, here are your options, here's the arguments for them. You guys get to decide.
Do you have a text you use for that, just out of curiosity?
No, I don't, because there's no real text that does that. So it's a combination of a few different texts. So like for instance, I use Millard Erickson's text, Alistair McGrath's text, and those are like the two ones that I have the kids read. But other than that, most of it is going to be, depending on what topic we're talking about, most of it's going to come from texts that talk about the specific topics we're kind of covering. So for instance, we just got done talking about atonement, and so I had them like look through the Four Views book, and then some just papers and stuff like that. I
do something similar. I found Olson's Mosaic of Christian Belief is pretty fair for presenting the range of views. If you want to check that one out, that's actually one I'm going to write that down. Recently. Yeah, Olson's The Mosaic of Christian Beliefs, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It presents a mosaic.
Yeah.
And I actually replaced the McGrath text with that, which is hard to do because he was my supervisor. So.
Oh, really?
I think it's a better. Yeah.
That's cool. Nice, and it's not that expensive.
No, yeah, it's cheap. I make him buy it. Don't feel bad about it.
Good games, by the way, Cam.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I wanted to do more.
No, they want the action.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's totally fair.
Yeah, you guys are nicely evenly matched, which I like.
Yeah, it was actually like really, really good. I liked it a lot.
I feel like I lost a bit of my competitive edge sitting out 2 rounds, though. Can't have that.
Oh wait,
or
no,
maybe
I'm right.
me and Cam warmed up. Uh-oh.
That's a short ledge.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, gosh.
No! Picking Sonic was a mistake. I don't know how to play him.
My controller came undone again. Am I alive? Yep, I'm alive. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. The joys
So
of
good.
using this controller, losing my other one. What is going
Did
on?
it happen again?
It did.
Oh. I felt so bad. I noticed it, but it was like I was already on my way to hitting you, so I felt so
Oh,
bad.
no
Yeah.
worries.
Oh,
as long
no.
as I'm alive. Let's see if it'll stay.
Whoa.
Oh, good counter.
Thank you.
Ah, but the second one, I knew was.
Yeah. I saw it coming.
Oh, you hit me with the Wi-Fi. Oh no, Cam.
Ah, gosh.
Here, I'll grab him and you hit him.
Sounds good.
If you can grab me.
He's gonna do this.
Yeah, he's gonna be expecting it now.
Oh, got him. Got him.
What did
Nice,
you
nice,
do?
nice.
Just side A. Got out of it.
Definitely not gonna play as Sonic again. I just killed myself way too many times there.
That's the thing.
Every once in a while,
Yeah.
I just saw a blue blur, and I was like, okay, fan's working.
I heard it charging up in the back. I was like, oh.
The technical term for killing yourself in Smash is SD.
It's SD,
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah. Self-destruct or self-death, suicide. SD.
Oh no, don't get demonetized.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, huh?
But you're right. It's self-destruct.
Little
Playing a
Mike.
character I haven't played in a long time, guys. No promises here.
Oh, Fox? Man, Fox is hard.
He's tough, but once in a while you can get your opponent above you. You just press up air, and then he's not hard.
How did that not break your shield?
I would call it skill, but I don't know. Seth, how you doing?
Doing all right.
All right. Good, keep it up.
Ah, thought we had Cam there.
Nope. No.
Nice.
Dang.
Ah.
Oh, I just tried to kill you.
That was a miracle.
Fox is still 3-stock. Dang.
You can take one of my stocks. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, wow. From all the way over there.
I'm gonna start practicing this game. Next time we do this, I'll be a force to be reckoned. I'll be better than Cam.
Which Cam?
But will you be better
Allaer.
than Cam? Oh! I hope so. That would be really sick.
Nice. I forgot he even had a reflect.
Oh no. That is so tough to do. You know what I need to ask you, Cam, is how do you do your quick like dash attack? How do you quickly dash attack after landing? Because I use my
yeah.
well, I use tilt, and it usually like doesn't work. Like sometimes I won't even run; it'll like just throw out a tilt attack, you know, instead of running and dash attacking.
Right. So what you need to do, whenever you run, you enter into the animation of running. You need to enter that animation first. So you need to press forward for just a little bit, and then you can flick forward on your secondary stick to do like a
your tilt
what
stick?
you would do a forward tilt with. Yeah, you do like the forward tilt input, but that will turn it into a dash attack. So what you can end up doing is you just kind of flick both sticks in the direction that you want, and once you get the timing down, it turns into a dash attack every time. And that's what I do with Greninja all the time.
So right when you land, you just go both sticks in one direction?
Yes, but you need to do one after the other.
Okay. Bam. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, so it's kind of like a wave bounce, right? In terms of timing. Like neutral B and then switch back and then like joystick left to right.
Yeah, actually it's a little close to that. Yeah. You can think of it like that. I think it might be better to think of it like when you flick your stick forward, you start an attack. And if you're dashing at that time, then you get a dash attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can play one more. We'll maybe stream for another 15 minutes or so. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, well, Cam, I want to ask you, what do you think of the Marion apparitions? How do you feel about that?
I honestly haven't really looked into them very much. So I don't have, I don't have many thoughts. I mean, I think the Fatima stuff, I think it's really interesting. But I suppose like my thoughts on it are pretty much similar to how I think about miracles in general. Like I'm not really sure what to do with them. So I am amazed by them. Like they're super interesting and stuff. But I feel like I feel much safer in a sense philosophically by thinking about arguments and using those like the standard, you know what I mean?
Right. So do you think it would be helpful to get like some sort of syllogism formed to help you formulate everything?
Well, it's not just that. I think it's the hypotheses that are available. I think that would have to be like, because usually it's going to be some sort of like IBE. So I'd have to know like what the actual hypothesis is that's being proposed.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
So yeah, and it would have to be detailed, and I'd have to think about that versus the other ones.
So
I was not paying attention and died.
Yeah, a priori arguments, or sorry, a posteriori arguments, like evidential cases for miracles and stuff like that, they're a lot harder.
Than, that was disgusting. Not your comment. Oh no, that was.
Oh,
Seth's
I
comment.
know.
That was me. Yeah, I think
Okay. So, do you have that same problem, Cam, when you're talking about like the resurrection? Because it is also a miracle claim.
Yeah, for the resurrection, like I think that there's a decent argument for it, but it's not what like my faith is based on. The argument for the resurrection. I'm a Reformed epistemologist,
Okay.
so it's. Ooh, that's what I mean. I think I've been. I don't know if I've been super clear about that in the past, but I'm definitely not.
I'm
like
actually. Sorry, keep going.
What's up?
No, keep. I thought you were done. I'm sorry, keep going.
That's all that did? Yeah, no, there have been, like, there was a while ago I did a post on street epistemology, and he was asking, like, all of these questions, you know, why do you believe what you believe and stuff, and I answered basically that I believe because that's how I grew up believing, and as a Reformed epistemologist, I don't think that we have to have arguments for everything that we believe. I think it's a properly basic belief. And I've looked into the alleged defeaters for Christian belief, and I've found them wanting, like the problem of evil, you know? And so, and then competing like explanations for the resurrection, like I don't find those very convincing. So, but I haven't like, there was never a point where I was like agnostic or atheist and then thought about the argument for the resurrection and then came away thinking, okay, this is a very convincing argument. Now I'm a Christian. I never had that sort of experience. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Ironically
it's a good question.
That's interesting.
Thanks,
I didn't actually like connect the dots with you being a Reformed epistemologist before, but like that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, ironically enough, there was somebody that actually made a response to you about like your Reformed epistemology, and I'm
Which
actually
one?
planning. I forgot. Are you asking what video or like who made
Like
the
who
response to you?
who made it? Yeah.
It's a newer channel called Mindshift.
Oh, I think I saw someone tag me. Maybe that was who it was.
Yeah. So I'm an evidentialist, but I'm actually planning a response to that, defending.
So I'm an evidentialist too, actually.
Okay. So
I just
actually
happen to
planning-
think that like evidence comes in many forms. So
Yeah.
like you can have a seeming, and I think that's evidence.
Gotcha.
And so it seems to me that Christianity is true. And I think that can, as a phenomenal. I also think that phenomenal conservatism has some merit to it. I would just give some proper functionalist constraints to it. I'm also
Gotcha.
a proper functionalist, so.
Okay. So I'm actually going to be defending Reformed epistemology, even though I'm not a Reformed epistemologist. So it'll be interesting to see how that
It's
goes.
so
maybe
easy to defend.
Yeah, maybe my response will actually convert me. We'll see what happens.
Well, most people are Reformed epistemologists. They don't even know that they are.
That could be
Like
the
David
case.
Paulman, I'm pretty sure he would agree with like Reformed epistemology, what it means today. It just means that
No.
you don't need arguments.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Paulman doesn't think that you have to have arguments for everything that you believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd have to talk to him about that. We were just talking about this the other day, but it's hard to like go to that section of my mind
Oh,
when
right
I
now.
have.
Yeah, especially right now. I
Cam,
nearly
thank
had
you for not
Kirby.
KO punching me earlier.
Which is
I thought I had parry.
so. What makes it so like? Because Seth, you and I just charged at each other with similar attacks. What was it that made you win that one?
I actually don't know that.
Okay.
I've kind of just memorized it. Gam, do you have any idea?
Yeah.
Like how they decide that?
Do you remember how earlier in the day you did an attack and then all of a sudden you exploded and you got stunned? Do you remember
Me?
that? Yeah, Seth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so K. Rool has a mechanic where all of his attacks get super armor on them. So
Right.
they can't get beaten out by other attacks, but if you take a bunch of damage while you're doing that, then you blow up.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why your
Oh.
attack won was because you were using that armor.
Gotcha.
Oh,
okay.
I don't think is it every single attack from K. Rool? I think it's just certain ones. So like his down A in the air
Yeah,
doesn't, but his
yeah, it's
regular
not-
A does.
The
It's
ones
not
that
all-
use your belly.
Yeah, the ones that
The
use
ones
their
that use
belly.
your
So
belly.
like
Yeah.
So like his running over A.
Yeah.
Dash
Yeah,
attack.
that's why it's so good. The dash
Dash
attack
attack,
is...
thank you.
yeah,
My
yeah,
mind's a little fried right now.
yeah. That's okay.
All right, maybe a couple more games, and
Sounds
then
good.
we'll
Sounds good.
close it out.
Alright, yeah.
Let's do some dittos. Let's do some Captain Falcon dittos, and you have to win with
Oh,
a
sweet.
neutral B, which is the Captain Falcon punch.
Oh,
If you so you have to kill with that move. So if you don't kill someone with that move, if you kill them with a different move, then you have to kill yourself.
I'm down for that.
Sounds fun.
It's really fun.
Oh, that's nice. We all pick different colors. Okay, sweet.
Nice.
If I accidentally kill you and I don't notice, let me know
Okay.
so I can kill myself.
Yeah, and you don't have
Same
to.
here,
You
same
don't
here.
have to start using neutral B, or using Falcon punch. You can.
It's just the KO.
Yeah, it's just the KO.
This is so chaotic.
Oh my gosh!
It's the
I'm
best.
There's so much flame.
Oh, I got Falcon punched. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't get the kill though. I think that was me.
Oh!
Oh, no! No! Into the grave I go. You weren't supposed to die there.
Seth.
Oh, you got me.
Ooh. I was scared there. I didn't know if I was gonna make it.
Oh. It's just so many Falco punches.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, I died
no.
What just
again.
happened? I just couldn't
Man,
see
you know,
anything.
I have no idea what died or what killed us all.
Dad, you got one, and then I got one, and then...
They got me.
Seth, you gotta be careful using that move. You're gonna get me
Yeah, I
again.
know. I'm not used to playing this. So I died. I don't know who killed me. I think it was Than killed me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Wow. Oh, that reach!
The sacrifice.
I caught your arm.
Beautiful.
That was sick.
beautiful.
I love this. This is
What did
awesome.
y'all think? Was that fun?
That was fun.
Oh
So,
yeah.
And I
have
did
3
fairly well.
KOs. Only one
You guys
was a
wanna
Falcon
do it?
Punch.
You guys want to do it without teams?
Yeah, let's try that.
Do that.
That's fun.
All right.
So someone's just got to pick a different color.
Oh yeah, you're right. We can. All
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
different
we could just
colors.
pick a different color.
Do I just press trigger?
We'll do it.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
good.
can just push A now. Yeah, this is cool. This is fun.
All right. I'm not gonna
Someone
lie.
said-
It's been such a long time since I've played like casual Super Smash Bros. This has been so much fun, guys. It's all
Wow, who did that?
1v1s and Final Destination.
No!
Chaos.
Oh!
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 Did I just
Like-
kill somebody by accident?
I don't think so. Oh, I just did though. Seth, I died for that. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that was partially me. Yeah, apparently this isn't my game type, guys.
No!
Ooh,
Wow. Wow.
a double? That's gotta be worth something, right?
I'm so paranoid about killing
Oh
someone
no!
accidentally.
All right, Than, let's do it.
All right. I think this is
Man,
gonna
you-
be the last game too.
You're doing pretty well, fan.
Remember, you gotta
It's
kill
so
with the
difficult.
kill with the neutral B, Than.
Yep.
This is so difficult.
I know.
Oh!
Just a scream of them. Everyone's so careful.
Oh!
Oh!
No!
Oh my goodness! He's
Remember,
so
if he-
good at this. He knew
if he would've
exactly
killed
when it
you-
would kill me. Oh my goodness!
No!
Oh! Down to the
I
wire.
swear I'm not
Everyone
throwing.
in
I swear.
Dude, you just got styled on.
I know. I just literally jumped into it. I can't believe this. Oh, I want to spike you off stage so bad, but I can't. Oh, so close. Come on. Oh, come on! I'm so close.
No!
Oh,
Yes.
nice move.
Oh, that was intense.
Yes, you made that so hard. Oh my gosh.
This feels appropriate to end on Captain Falcon, since that internet meme where he was a Christian, and as powers come from his face. it's just credit.
Yes.
Absolutely. Jesus loves you.
6 kills. Nice.
Dang, man. Way to
Oh
end
my
well.
goodness. Really?
Nice.
Well,
this
one
was
of them-
so much fun.
This was fun, yeah.
So much
Yeah,
fun.
that was amazing.
All
Enjoyed
right.
it a lot, Jen.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. It was fun to talk about miracles, get into more stuff. That was cool. So I appreciate you guys spending the night with me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Let's
no
do it again
problem.
sometime.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, the question was asked earlier, like how often we're gonna do this. Hopefully, at least a couple times a month. I'd like to do once a week. We'd like to. My thought is that we can work up to that. So at least a couple times a month, I can fit that into my schedule. So shouldn't be too difficult to do that. But hopefully, we'll get to the point where we can do it once a week, maybe twice a week. That would be amazing. So we'll see what we can do, because this is like, for me at least, this is like a kind of cathartic, like very fun. It's not like a normal stream where I'm having to really think hard and try to follow, which it did kind of get there at some points where I was trying to follow the conversation and stuff, but we were just having fun playing games and stuff. So it was just very fun. So I'd like to do more of it. So, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. See you guys in the next CC Gaming video. Later, guys. Hey, it's me again. Actually, don't leave yet. I've got something super, super important to tell you. So first of all, you're awesome. Like you just watched a really, really long video.